Welcome back to GeForce. I'm Meg, and I'm here with Jacob, who is the game director on Hitman 2. I just got hands-on with the game myself, and it is an absolute blast. I got to disguise myself as a flamingo in order to sneak around. Now, obviously, we've got a lot of new things here from the last Hitman game. Can you tell us a little bit about the story premise, what's different with this game compared to the first one?
This time around, we are first about releasing all the story missions at once, November 13th, so players can go through the main story at their own pace this time around. And on the story side, we kind of had the previous game set up a lot of characters, and unusual to a Hitman game, they actually made it alive through the previous game. So this time around, we actually have a solid cast that will continue the story in Hitman 2. And the story kind of goes a bit closer to 47, so it's going to be really interesting to see how that thing evolves moving forward, because there are some interesting events that's going to happen.
So I noticed there were a ton of different paths that you could take in order to, play out this assassination. Can you tell us a little bit about the different choices we have and how they play into the game?
Of course, you need to eliminate your target. That's kind of why you're there in the first place. And then we try to give you as many ways of doing that as absolutely possible. I don't know if you made it to the end of the demo where you blew up the race car. That's one way of doing it, but you could also snipe it, or you could change the race so it ends in different ways, and that opens up for a whole slew of new ways of getting to her. So it's about being creative and reading the environment, but you have to do a lot of infiltration to get there. You have to kind of be a bit clever and find the right disguise. You found the flamingo. There's also many other disguises, waiters, mechanics, food vendors. So we kind of go to town on creating these living, breathing sandboxes.
And I think that's really great because it's so replayable. Like, I already want to go back and play that mission again and see what happens if I don't choose the flamingo and I choose something else.
That's awesome.
So obviously, you're playing as a hitman, and it's very important to be able to sneak around. Can you tell us a little about the different stealth abilities that we've got available?
Yeah, this time around, we kind of added a new mechanic to the crowd. You can actually dip into the crowd if you get into trouble, and then the guards will move through the crowd searching for you, and you have a very tense game of cat and mouse of not getting spotted. Besides that, you probably also noticed the picture-in-picture, which is this picture in the top of the screen that shows you when you're getting recorded by security cameras, but it also shows you the consequences of your actions. So if you left someone behind and they got found, then that will be communicated with the picture-in-picture.
So I heard there's a new multiplayer mode as well, Sniper Assassin. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely right. When the game is out November 13, but if you pre-order right now, then you get instant access to Sniper Assassin, which has a single-player mode with 47, but there's also a new co-op mode where you can snipe alongside a friend, and it's a wedding that takes place in a beautiful castle in Austria, but then you need to eliminate a lot of bodyguards and free targets, and it's the Hitman DNA condensed into a sniper experience, and it works really, really well.
That sounds like an absolute blast.